I gotta upload this bitch. Anyways, how are you guys doing? What's up, TikTok? What's up, IG? How are you guys? I'm doing great. What's up, Chris? How are you? Excuse me. What's up, Jeanette? ¿Cómo estás? Sorry, it's because, look, Chris, look what you made me do. You know the vibes. I had to go get some. Uh, Hola, what's up, Alex? ¿Cómo estás? Lovely Stephanie, ¿cómo estás? How are you guys doing? I'm just giving you a little bit of time for people to join up. That way we can do the questions here in a little bit. Got a bunch of questions for you guys too. What's up, Britt, Nicole? How are you? Shout out to everyone known as, I don't say the N word, so hey, how's your night? What's up, Ambar? How are you? Any single ladies looking to join the roster? I got 2 open slots. What's up, Lisbeth? How are you? Brenda, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? I'm doing great. Sativa, ¿cómo estás? What's up, Derry? Sativa, Splendor, good watching the football. And you, hey, I'm right here going live. You know what I mean? I'm excited. What's up, Lil Feather? I'm excited for Jake Paul's fight tomorrow. I hope Tyson wins. What's up, Susan? How are you? I hope Jake Paul loses just because, man, I can't see my boy Tyson lose. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping Tyson wins. Hey, love watching you. Thank you, Morgado. How are you? K Fire Brace. Hi, love your content. I appreciate you. I'm good. How are you been? I'm doing great. Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? I'm doing great. Becky, how are you? Just sitting here seeing what you guys are up to. We're about to go live and do this. What's it called? Answer these questions. That's what we're going to do. We're about to answer these questions for you guys. So hopefully you guys are excited. I'm going to post over on IG. So, how much are you betting on the fight? I'm actually not betting on the fight just because, I'm not the biggest bettor. You know what I mean? I don't bet that much. I love the hot, steamy questions. Hey, I see you, girl. I'm not the biggest, gambler. So, that's not really my thing. But hey, boss man, what's up, Maggie? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Where can I submit questions? For this live, it's already closed, so you won't be able to ask questions for this live. So just a heads up. But I do post the anonymous poll or question thing up on my IG, so definitely follow me on IG. That way you guys can also participate. I caught a live. What's up, Arlette? ¿Cómo estás? Hello from Minnesota. What's up, Miss Stephanie? Did you think people can be in love with 2 people at the same time? Absolutely. You can be in love with more than one kid, right? What makes you think that stops with other people? What does it mean when your boyfriend takes a while to come? It's just taking a minute. What's up, Jay Alexis? How are you? Love your insights and relationships. Thank you, Bell's Beauty. All right, so we're going to get into these questions. So if I don't pay attention to the comments, what does my shirt say? Stepdaddy in training. You know the vibes. Love your comments. Thank you. So if I don't answer, it's because, or your comments, it's because I'm trying to pay attention to the question and not lose my train of thought. So just a heads up. Hold on, let me take this off because I don't even know why I have it on, to be honest. So nice shirt. Thank you. I appreciate you. Anyways, let's get into the first question. Let's see. How does a guy determine which woman is wifey and which is just a fling? Now, that's a good question because I know some people are like, oh, does somebody know right away? I believe so. I think somebody knows right away when somebody wants to be with that person. Hey, thank you for the shirt. I love the shirt. You know what I mean? That's why you have to slow down with that person because you never know. They could just be there to hook up and that's their only intention, But I feel like it's just a connection. Absolutely. It's just a connection. Just like everything else. How there's sometimes you don't want to go down on a guy, but then you meet the right guy and you absolutely love it. And things like that. You want to try new things, but it also comes down to being with that person. If that connection is there, most of the time the guy knows if he just wants to hook up or if he's looking to pursue something serious with you. So that's why I slow down a little bit. Keep your guard up and make sure they're all about you, not just a quick hit it and quit it type of situation. So, all right, next question. What are your thoughts on getting involved with someone that has an open marriage, reconnected with an ex recently, and he is in an open marriage? Sent me proof that the wife encourages him to find someone else. I need pros and cons. Okay, first of all, how do you know? Report cards, you can fake them. I faked a bunch of report cards when I was in high school just so I can go on field trips, lie to my parents. So if these are text messages, No, absolutely not. Like, first of all, you got to get that shit cleared up. Like, it has to be like a face to face video, like or something like that, because it's easily photoshoppable, and then he can easily be like, look, she said it's cool, you know. So that's first and foremost, and then second, you just got to be comfortable with it, you know, because some people like that. If you're fine with that, they're in a relationship and you're just there to hook up, then go for it. You know, there's no like, if everybody gives a thumbs up, there's nothing wrong with it, then go for it. But, you know, also, if you're not comfortable, don't be forced into something like that, because again, first verify that that's actual proof, because like I said before, I can Photoshop my report card. I did it all the time in high school. I Photoshop my stuff, and back then it wasn't even Photoshop. You know what we did? So we took the report card, and then like someone that had better grades, we cut out the grade part. You know, like say you wanted to put an A, you put the A, you know, like, and try to make it like as clean cut as possible. And the stick glue, you would put a little bit on the back and then put it, and then we would go and reprint it, like copy it, not reprint it. We would go and copy it. And so now, guess what? It says like a better GPA. And we even went as far as figuring out what our GPA was. You know, like we did the math and everything. I had a buddy who was super smart, and we figured out the GPA. So trust me, some of us will go all the way to make something up just so we can do it. Like, he could be faking it, making all these fake messages. He could be messaging a friend and just changing the name and saying like, oh, wifey, you know. So you just got to be careful. And if you're comfortable with it, then go for it, you know. But you also have to remember, like, what if you catch feelings with this person that's married and they're not looking to be in a relationship with you? So are you Latino? Absolutely. I'm Mexican. Parents are both born and raised in Mexico, Jalisco, and I was born in Idaho, but I live in Arizona now. So next question. What is the age cutoff for creepy men with younger women with younger men asking for a friend? Now, there really isn't an age. Obviously, they got to be of age. You know what I mean? Like, and it's kind of weird if there's somebody who's like 50 dating a 21-year-old. Okay, that's kind of weird. But at the end of the day, like, if you're comfortable with it, then that's all that matters. But you have to remember, if you're with somebody who's younger, where were you at that time? You know, like mindset wise, like, were you looking to settle down, be in a relationship, or were you out partying and stuff like that, or like not looking to settle down, out having fun? So you have to remember about that stuff too, because age makes a huge, like, I know some people are like, oh, I'm way more mature for my age. A lot of people say that too. So you just got to be careful, because you never know. Like, if you date somebody younger, where is their mindset at? Where was your mindset around that age? You know what I mean? Like, Edgar in his 20s wasn't looking to, like, well, I was in a long relationship, but like the times that I was single, I wasn't looking to freaking be in a relationship. I was out having fun doing my thing. Like, so you have to remember that as well. So next question. And well, obviously they also have to be of age. Remember that. Part 2 of, oh, hold on, part 1. I remember this. I have been stuck in a toxic relationship with a man who has a narcissistic traits. Leave, just off the top. He never sees anything wrong with the things he does or says. I've stayed for the kids, but I've been unhappy. He no longer turns me on, or nor am I attracted to him. My rose-colored lenses are off. All right, hold on. Part 2. This man who has pushed me away over the years blames me for not desiring him anymore. He says I don't try, but to be honest, I can't try anymore. I am over him, been over him. Am I wrong for wanting better for myself? I want peace and solitude, so I'm over. Man, I'm traumatized. Girl, you need to leave. Like, you clearly realize that this relationship is no longer there. There's nothing there, and you just need to leave. Like, of course, if he's a narcissistic person, he's going to blame you for everything that's happened. He's going to say it's your fault. You didn't even try X, Y, Z. But also think about this. Like, is he trying? Is he putting in any effort? Like, blame it on him too. Be like, so what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, I want you to explain to me what you're doing, because I guarantee you he won't be able to. He'll be like, well, and then use like shit that he's supposed to. Like, if he pays for the mortgage or the rent, he's gonna be like, I pay for the rent. Who the fuck cares? Like, you have to pay rent no matter what, or a mortgage. Like, that's something that's fucking required. You know, if you're living somewhere. So and you clearly obviously saw or like realized that he's a narcissistic person, he's going to continue to blame you. He's going to make it seem like it's your fault. He's going to blame everything on you. Like everything. He's going to make you feel like the worst person ever to make you also stay. Like even when you want to leave, he's going to be like, oh, like I can't believe you're trying to break up a happy home, XYZ. So no, you need to leave. You realize that there's nothing there no more. And you just need to make that like that tough decision and just leave. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it's obviously going to be the better for you and if you have kids. So anyways, next question. Sorry if I'm missing the comments. I'm trying to stay focused here. We staying locked in here, okay? I think I'm falling in love with my side piece, but my husband is in the way. Is in the way. My side B checks all my boxes so far, even ones that I didn't know my husband wasn't hitting. I've never been so confused in my life. Girl, it kind of sounds like you're over your husband. That's what I think. I think you're over your husband, and I'm not saying this new person is the person for you because like, what if you just love the feelings he's giving you at the moment? You know what I mean? Like, just because he's making you feel good, giving you attention and XYZ, and you're not necessarily falling in love with him, you're falling in love with the feelings, That's how rebounds happen. So, if you're in a relationship, like a whole ass, like married and stuff, like, why don't you just separate from there first and then see if this is a situation that you want to continue, Like, what happened? Like, again, this is just maybe the next person that made you feel good. You haven't really even dated anybody else. So that's a tough one. I would honestly get out of that situation and then go from there. You know what I mean? Like, go from there, leave this person, like obviously leave this person and then go from there. You're not trying to imagine getting caught and then you just fuck everything up. It's the shirt for me. Hey, stepdaddy in training, the vibes. Anyways, next question. All right, me and my husband have been separated for a few years. Still, we're intimate. I just found out he was messing around with multiple girls and was serious with 2 of them. He just told me he wanted to try and make it work, but I have so much trust issues now. See, like, this is why, like, separating and going back and taking people after they cheat and you go through situations like that. I don't know if I can trust this person. Do they still love this person? Is he still messing around with these people? Does he even love me? Like, it kind of sounds like he was over the relationship and then he just went to mess around. And he doesn't want to lose you. So obviously he's going to try to make it work with you. So I think after dealing with something like that, you're going to live with that like in the back of your head. Are they cheating on me? Are they doing this? Are they still talking to somebody else? And I wouldn't want to deal with that at all. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather go through a heartbreak than going through that whole, like, are they talking to somebody else? Like, doing this, doing that. Trust me, heartbreaks suck. But at the end, like, you're going to get over it. Trying to live through that shady situation, it's something that I wouldn't want to do. And if you decide to go back with him, get tested. Absolutely go get tested. Because you never know, like, what he's been around doing. All right. Anyways, we're going to get into the next question. Why do men gravitate towards women with big assets? I have a natural, and it seems like every man I meet wants to hit from the back. What does it do to you? I mean, of course, a guy likes a girl with some assets. You know what I mean? Like, but I think it's just something they're attracted to. You know what I mean? Like, guys like booties. You know what I mean? Like, even if guys be like, oh, the girl has to have a fat booty. Like, even if she has a flat booty, a small booty, like whatever booty, they still treat it like it's the biggest booty in the world. That's when they know they love you. But I think it's just more of the, like, seeing it jiggle, holding it, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. Of course, since you have the assets, the guys are gonna want to play with your assets. Invest into your assets, because they're there. You know what I mean? They're not gonna be like, oh, well, it's not there, so I don't like, or I'm gonna act like I don't want it. No, of course they want to see that booty jiggle. They want to grab it. They want to bite it. They want to do all sorts of stuff to it. So I think that's why. Just because you notice it because you have the assets. You know what I mean? Like, you have them, so of course they want to try them. So that's what I think. Hey, what's up, Scorpio? How are you? More cushion for the push. All right, next question. Just separated. I've been messaging my booty call for a couple months now. I always give him hints to meet up, but he just doesn't get them. I believe he's single, no kids, no anything. Why has he been like that? Why is he not making time for a good time? What's your POV? Now, if you're giving hints and giving him all the signs, it's one or two things. One, you suck in bed. Just being honest. Or two, he's probably in a relationship. Because if you're offering to hook up with him, giving him all these signs, and he's not, it's one of the two. You know what I mean? Like, he's not obviously like not what. Because even if he's in a relationship and if the cookie is great, he's going to want both. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being honest. He's going to want both. And if it's not that great, he's just going to be like, it's not even worth my time, Or, like I said, he's in a relationship. So, of course, he's not going to try. Because you said in the question, I think he's single, which makes me believe that you haven't 100% verified. And also, if he told you he was single, I can tell you whatever that I want right now. You know what I mean? I can be like, I'm single as hell. And then, obviously, my girl, I think she jumped over in the IG and she's going to be like, what the fuck are you talking? You know what I mean? Like, but behind your back, he's going to say, whatever, not worth your time. Thanks. Next. Absolutely. Next, go with the next person. If they're giving you a hard time to meet up, just find somebody else. Definitely not interested. Just move on. Absolutely. Like, if they're not interested, if you have to force them to hook up with you, come on, girl. All right, next question. Do men low-key enjoy getting the backdoor licked or eaten? Now, something that I've learned with TikTok, and just doing these videos, is that I didn't realize that there's so many guys that actually enjoy that. Because there's been people who said, like, my man likes it when I play with it, poke it, stick my finger in it, eat it, like all sorts of stuff. Eat it like groceries, like all sorts of stuff. Now, are you saying all men enjoy it? Absolutely not. Because that's not something that I'm not being like, yo, play with my booty. No, absolutely not. But if it's your thing, then absolutely go for it. Like, if you like doing it to your guy, nothing wrong. And if your guy asks for it and you like doing it for him, nothing wrong. But if it's something you're not comfortable with, then there's also like, hey, I don't like doing that. Let's not do that. And he should respect that. Or she should respect that too. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm like, yo, back up, they should be like, all right, cool. I just wanted, but I found out through these TikToks and IGs that there is a lot of guys out there that like it, and just like other things, like there's a lot of girls who like their hair pulled. There's girls who don't like their hair pulled. There's, guys who like to, spit in girls' mouths. There's guys who don't like to, there's like always people that like to do either or. So if they like it, then go for it. And then if they don't like it, like me, yes, many of them keep asking. I was shocked. See, fashion love me. A lot of people have been asking her that. I'm telling you, like, the more I've done these videos, the more I realize that there's a lot more guys that are into that. I thought it was like very like not that many guys, but there's actually quite a few guys because I've been doing this for a little while now, and the amount of times that question comes up. All right, next question. I'm in a relationship of 15 years, told him several times that I want him taking the lead and being more dominant, especially in the bedroom. We met when I was 20 and I'm 34 now. And I like BDSM, choking, etc. He can't even dirty talk to me. I feel like I grew apart, but we have kids. It feels like friendship advice. Now, and that's what happens. People grow apart. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just grow up and you start liking other stuff and you start going a different direction. And if this is something that's an issue now, like it's only going to be more and more and more of an issue. You know what I mean? Like, and then being intimate is something that's very crucial in any relationship. So once you stop doing it, or there's not as much, or you're not enjoying it how you want, like, then that's when you stop doing it. That's when you start looking somewhere else, and then you end up getting it somewhere else because that's what you've been craving. So if it's an issue and you've brought it up to him several times, you have to remember, I say this all the time, we're only here for a short amount of time. Are you going to waste the time that you're here with somebody who like is not, you're not enjoying how like being intimate, getting like what you want, just because you want to stay with the kids? Because again, if you're struggling in being in the intimate area, that's going to cross over to other parts of the relationship too, and again, that's why I always recommend like some sort of therapy, counseling, conversations with him, like being straight up honest, like what you want. But if they can't fix that for you, like at one point you have to realize that there's somebody out there that you don't even have to ask them to do that. They're more than willing to do something like that. But you just haven't found that person because you're over here with this person who doesn't want to do it. So again, take some time, think about your situation, and if it's something that you want to go long term, because it's only going to get worse. You're going to crave it more, and more. It's not going to be like less, and less. No, you're going to be like, fuck, like, why won't he do this? Does he not like me? Does he, then it goes to that. So think about it. You got to think about it. All right, hold on. Quick drink break. All right, next question. What does it mean if your baby daddy keeps saying he wants you, but he doesn't care to take you to court to try to get everything like child custody? What is it that he wants? What does things when he never wanted us, he chose his second family? Oh no, if you're having issues like that, no, you have to pay it. Like this comes to actions too. You know what I mean? Like if somebody who wants to do whatever it is, like especially a guy, you'll see him putting in effort, like actions, effort that lets you know how he feels towards something. If he's not putting in effort or trying to do anything like that, he's really not that interested, And if you let him come around and still mess around with you, that's why he's there. He's there because you let him keep coming back to you. So, you clearly said that he's not trying to be with you. He prefers a second family. Maybe he's just coming around to hook up with you and just get what he wants, or maybe he even gets money from you. Like, again, there's a bunch of different contexts that I don't know about, obviously, because it's short. But I would just recommend, like, if he's not putting in effort for you or your kids, let him go, and somebody else is going to put a whole bunch of effort into you. You just haven't found him, because you're dealing with homeboy over here that doesn't put any effort into you. So, excuse me. Next question. If you sleep with someone else during a split in a marriage, is it considered cheating? Not a divorce, just split up and separated. Now, this one's kind of controversial because some people are going to say yes. Obviously, if you're married with somebody and you step out of the relationship, that's considered cheating, right? And I get it. Like when you guys like separate, you guys are trying to go your own way, and like just sometimes the divorce takes forever. And so I always say, like, if you guys are separated, living in different homes, like everything's separate, and they decide to go and out and maybe hook up with somebody, I don't think so. Just because you guys were in the process of getting a divorce, you guys live separately, like it looks like everyone's trying to live their own life, I would say no. But again, everybody has their own opinion on that. And because again, if you're married, you hook up with somebody else, it's cheating. Like, but that's why I always like, if you guys were living together and he hooked up with somebody else and like you guys were trying to work it out, then yeah, clearly cheating. So that's why I need more context for it. But at the end of the day, like, it's done. They hooked up with somebody else. Maybe you guys should have been a little bit more clear on what the split was. Like, you guys are just separating for a little bit, still together, but just separating, because if you don't make clear, definitive lines, somebody's going to be like, oh, I thought we were split up. So like, what the fuck, because trust me, I'm pretty sure some guys have said that too. Be like, oh shit, I thought we had separated. Like, what the fuck? Like how am I getting in trouble? But you didn't make those boundaries clear, saying like, we're just going to take a break right now. Doesn't mean you can go and mess around with other people. We're just taking a little split. We need some time apart. So again, to each their own. Next question. All right. My girlfriend and I are split up. I found out she was with someone else. I want to be back with her and we are working on things, but not sure if the person is still in the picture or not. So my question is, do you think I should stop, try to work things out, or just let it go and stop trying? So if you've gotten to the point where you had to question it like this, it could be that you're going to continue to question it later on, or it might even be an issue later on when you like say you have an argument with her, be like, well, it's because you F this dude, or something like that. And also, like, is she also putting an effort into you? Like, do you feel like she's still talking to that person? Is she giving you signs, not just feeling like she's going out to hang out with a friend, or like talking to a friend that doesn't want to tell you who it is? But this is why I usually don't, like, if you split up with somebody, I'm usually done. Like, trying to work it out, trying to do second chances. If you got to the point where you had to split up, what makes you think it's going to work out? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you guys seen it. I've seen it too. People get together, break up, get together, break up, and, back and forth. It's because it's not working. And they think, oh, this time is going to work. Doesn't work. This time is going to work. Doesn't work. So I would just let it go. Move on. It's better that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I would do. I would just personally move on. You know what I mean? Because especially if she's like already talking to somebody else or with that person still, I don't want to live with that shit in my head. That's why I would rather go through a breakup than living with that feeling in the stomach where like it makes you sick sometimes, like thinking that there was somebody else, like they're being shady or they're, you know what I mean? Like all those feelings. I'm sure some of you guys have felt that feeling, that pit in your stomach. Nah, I would rather go through the heartbreak knowing that she gonna be with somebody. You know what I mean? So, all right, next question. Been talking to the guy that I have a great connection with, but we said we would take it slow. Does that mean we stop talking to other people? How long do we have to be talking before getting off the dating apps? I don't want to mess things up. My ADHD brain doesn't understand slow. So, I think just having that clear conversation with this person, like what are their intentions? What are they looking for? You know what I mean? Like, are they looking for a serious relationship? You're not saying that you are in a serious relationship with this person yet, but like, what are their intentions? What are they looking for? And just go based off of their answer. Usually when you start talking to somebody, you should and you vibe with this person, you should just be focusing on this person. Because imagine they find out you're talking to a bunch of other guys. Like, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, go with those guys, And same, like, I'm sure if you found out he was talking to a bunch of different girls, you would probably feel a type of way and be like, well, I thought it was just you and me, But that's why you guys have to have that clear communication instead of wondering, and then eventually getting hurt because you never brought up the conversation. What if you tell them, hey, what are you looking for? Are you looking for something serious? And they're just like, nah, I'm just going with the flow. Let's see what happens. Like, if they give you all these answers and they're not very confident, it's probably because they don't want to be in a relationship with you. And I would rather run somebody away faster than, speed that process up than be with somebody who's just looking to just have fun. But if you're just looking to have fun, then be with this person. But if you're looking for something like a serious relationship, they might not be the one for you, So just have the conversation with them. And that's the best thing you can do. Again, if you bring it up and it scares them off, that's what you wanted. And if like you bring it up and then you guys have that healthy conversation, then guess what? Now you figured out what this person wants and you guys are both on the same path. So, all right, next question. Do all men passionately kiss all the same girl or kiss all the girls the same? Now, I would say yes and no, but like if that person is passionate, they're going to try to kiss everybody pretty passionate. But if they're not passionate, or like they only feel a certain type of way towards you, maybe you do bring out that passion inside of them, the energy, and so they're going to kiss you differently. Just because you felt differently about that person. I'm sure people have been with like somebody who you've done things that you've never done before because, just that energy is there and things like that. Or because sometimes it's just like a quick hookup and it's really nothing like big, right? But it also comes down to the guy, like if he's passionate or not. Like some guys are just passionate and that's the way they are. But that's why I said yes and no, because it totally depends on the person too. So, all right, next question. I'm considered leaving my husband, but I feel like I'm being petty. We've been together a long time and he doesn't do it for me anymore. I have a side situation that I'm beginning to like more and more. Help. See, and this is why I mean, like if you guys are having some issues, going through some things, like after you guys have the conversation or try to fix whatever it is, like eventually you're gonna have to separate because it's gonna lead to you stepping out of the relationship like that. All because you guys didn't want to separate or somebody was holding up the separation. And also you have to be aware that this person may not be the person you want to be with because you may only be falling in love with how you're feeling, because you said your husband doesn't do it anymore for you. But this person comes into your life and treats you like this, makes you feel like this. Sometimes you fall in love with the feelings that they're making you feel, not necessarily them. So that's where rebounds happen. Is because you fell in love with the feelings. They made you feel a certain type of way that you've never felt in a long time. But then, like after you've been with this person for a while, you're like, well, I really don't like this person. I just really liked how they were making me feel at the time because I wasn't feeling that and I hadn't felt that in a long time. So you also have to be aware of that. But if you gotten to the point where you had to get a side piece, I think it's time to go. And somebody said like the pros and cons about therapy, you're going to have to talk about your problems. And paying for therapy and counseling is I 100% recommend because it's someone who is obviously paid to help you. Like some people, I don't want to pay for therapy. Like I don't want to pay somebody to talk about my problem. No, this is how they make a living. They get paid to talk about and try to fix your problems, and so you're really going to find out how you really feel towards a person because you guys could figure out what the situation is and try to fix that. The cons is you could find out that you guys are completely not for each other anymore just based off having those deep conversations. But then you're also going to learn, hey, like we need to fucking separate. So I would always recommend that, like if you actually want to try to give it one last go before actually divorcing or separating, because if you've been with somebody for a long time, maybe you haven't communicated those problems, and going to therapy or counseling, you're going to talk about these problems and hopefully try to fix them. And some people, I'm not saying that people haven't fixed them, but sometimes you learn that hey, like for sure, like I'm done with this person. I really don't want to be with this person anymore. So, all right, next question. Keep me anonymous, please. You asked on the anonymous question thing, by the way. So I've been seeing my neighbor low-key. We both single. He didn't message me for a month until last week, and we hang out and we hooked up, and he just kept saying how much he missed me. Can it be true, or all he wanted was to just hook up? Now, of course, in the moment, they're gonna be saying like, I missed you, I love you, like X, Y, and Z. Like they're gonna be telling you all sorts of stuff, right? Did he mean it? I don't know. Like, because I've had the questions where like, oh, this guy I was hooking up, while we were hooking up, he said, I love you. Sometimes in the moment you say some things and like you really don't mean, you know what I mean? Like, like sometimes when you're hooking up with somebody, you call them a dirty little, you know what? Is that really how you mean it? You know what I mean? Like do you think they really think that you're a dirty little, you know what I mean? Or maybe it's just intimate talk. So at the end of the day, like same thing, like you have to, I personally think he was just there for a hookup. And just based off his actions, like you know that more than me. Like, is he trying to see you? Are you guys trying to hang out? Do you guys even go on dates? Or is this just like a hookup type of situation? So sometimes you really do enjoy someone's company. It's a vibe. Absolutely too. Maybe they miss that. Maybe they miss the cuddling after you guys hook up. He knows where you live, girl. Did he send flowers? Show up begging? LOL actions. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, and she has a point. Anyways, for those that don't know, that's my girlfriend. What's up? Like, it's all based off actions. Like, if he's only hitting you up to come over and hook up, oh, I missed you. What do you think you wanted? You know what I mean? Not a relationship. All right, next question. I took my ex back. That's where you first fucked up. After he cheated on me. Second part, you fucked up. I have a kid. There's days I feel stupid for giving him another chance, and days like I love this man. Am I dumb? Yes. I also don't trust him. Don't know if I ever will help. See, you see where I'm talking about like feeling that type of way, like after somebody cheats on you, like now in your head you're like, does he love me? Is he talking to other girls? Is he still talking to her? Hola Edgar, what's up, Mar? How are you? You know what I mean? Like, are they still doing these things? And you clearly said, like, sometimes I don't know why I take this person back. You take him back and he knows you'll take him back. That's why he like keeps coming back to you, because you keep taking him back. Like he knows he can go and fuck up. And then guess what? You're going to keep him right there. And that's kind of your fault too, if you keep taking this person back after you know he cheated or maybe he's being shady. Virtual hugs. Hey, what's up, G-Man? Of course. So you have to like, I would just move on. If you're already feeling those feelings like that, they're not going to get better. So I would personally just move on just because you're already feeling like that. He's making you feel like that instead of trying to make things work with you. So ladies, love yourself. Absolutely. Don't allow it. That's what I'm saying. What's up, Mar, by the way? How are you? All right, next question. Why do I get ghosted every time I tell someone I have feelings for them? Been single my whole life, and I'm at a point where I just gave up on putting myself out there. Now, quick question. Are you telling them that you have feelings for them like the first week? Because if you're doing it in the first week, girl, you're gonna scare some people off. Imagine you go on a first date with somebody and then like say I go on a first date with somebody and I'm like, oh yeah, that was cool, and she's like, I absolutely love you, we're gonna spend the rest of my life together. I'd be like and then dip out, you know what I mean? So you have to like, what are you saying in the beginning? Are you coming off, or maybe change your approach to somebody, like, are you coming off as a stage 5 clinger in the beginning? You know what I mean? Like, have you seen that movie, Stage 5 Clinger? Like, overly obsessed, like, won't, like, let this person breathe or anything like that. Like, what you have to look and see, like, what has been scaring these people off. You know what I mean? Like, are you trying to be intimate too soon? Or not intimate too soon, but, like, telling them you love them too soon? Or talking about marriage in the first week? Like, are you scaring them off then? You know what I mean? Because like, if you've been talking to somebody for a while and then you're like, oh, hey, I really like you, it should be fine and normal, But I think, again, need more context. I'm thinking you're doing it way too soon. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing it way too soon, or like something's going on. There's something going on here, because if they're all just getting scared, I'm thinking like maybe a stage 5er. Okay. Like, I'm thinking maybe a stage 5er. All right. Next question. Should you let your friends with benefits know that you started dating someone instead of waiting to hook up and then find out he's dating? I mean, out of respect and like decency for the other person, right? Like, would you want to be with somebody that is hooking up? Like, imagine your man still has a friends with benefit with somebody, like, and you over here thinking, oh, I'm all about you, and then same goes the other way. Like, would you, like, because karma's a bitch, you know what I mean? Karma is a bitch, and it will come back to you, and it doesn't necessarily mean it'll come back to you exactly how you put it out. But if you have a friends with benefit and you get into a relationship with somebody, or you start talking to somebody, cut that shit off. Because imagine you getting caught and then you lose your whatever you had going on over here because you didn't want to cut it off. You know what I mean? And also remember, like, would you want the guy you're talking to in a friends with benefits situation, like, while you guys are talking and you're thinking, oh yeah, like, he's only for me, I'm only for him, So a guy told me he loved me on our first date. I left fast. See, that's what I'm saying. So Sonia, like, what's your approach? Like, are you telling somebody you love them off the top? Are you telling them, like, are you coming off as like stage 5 clingerish? You know what I mean? Like, if all the guys are leaving, the problem is you, but we need to figure out what the problem is. Like, where we're fucking up. You know what I mean? Like, cause like, if they're all leaving, you're fucking up somewhere. And it could be, again, I could be wrong. It could be that you're like coming on too strong too soon. Let's get married, kids, X, Y, and Z, and stuff like that. Because imagine like a first date and the girl's like that. Again, I'd be like, all right, next question. Is it possible to hook up with a girl and never kiss? My ex said that he had a friends with benefits that would hook up, but never kissed. He said it was because he wasn't physically attracted to her. She was just a body to get his, and had no desire to kiss her. I don't know. I just think it's weird. Absolutely, it's weird because, like, I feel you need to be kissed. Like, that's part of being intimate, I think, unless it's somebody you're like, this girl's been like messing around with a bunch of dudes. I don't want to kiss that. You know what I mean? Because for the most part, I would think you would want to kiss the person. And if he's telling you stuff like why is he telling you stuff like this? Like that I don't understand. Hey, babe, like, I just wanted to talk. Let's talk about something right now. Let's talk about how I used to hook up with this girl and never kissed her. Yeah, like, I would just go in there, slide it in, do my thing, and just never kiss. Shit is weird, huh? Imagine, like, I would feel some type of way if my girl came in like, yo, babe, you won't believe, like, this time I let this dude just like slide it in and just, I would never kiss him, but like, I'd be riding it so good. I'd be like, yo, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to hear all that. So like, that's my first question is like, why are you guys even talking about this? Like, why is he bringing this up? Like, why is this conversation even happening? And then second of all, the whole kissing situation, I've heard it could be that maybe he doesn't like to kiss. Does he kiss you when you guys hook up? Like, that's just weird. So the whole kissing situation, I think that comes down to the person. I personally think it's part of being intimate. Like, I don't know why somebody wouldn't want to kiss. That shit is like, turns me on. And somebody that doesn't want to do it, maybe it is just to hook up real quick and get theirs and then just like dip out. Again, everybody's a little different. Next question. As horrible as it sounds, I catch feelings so fast. Hey, is this the other girl who said that every girl leaves? Huh? Hold on. Is this the same question? Same lady. As horrible as it sounds, I catch feelings so fast for people and I don't understand why. So I can only sleep with one person at a time. So needless to say, I sleep around a lot because I have needs. Help your girl out, please. First of all, you need to figure out like why you're catching feelings so quick. Hold on. Did my TikTok shut off? Hold on. I'm just making sure this hasn't shut off. Okay. Anyways, what was the question? See, this is why I get distracted so super easy. Oh, she catches feelings super fast. Okay, like if you're catching feelings super fast, you might want to like slow down a little bit because one, that can scare off a bunch of guys. Imagine like, a stage fiver off the top. That's and if they're just there for that, they're just gonna dip out. But it's also good because now you just filter out these people who are just like there to hook up or whatever the case may be. But maybe just taking some time for you, like go celibate for a little while, like stop messing around, because maybe all like you hooking up, going to this person and this person and this person is not letting yourself like just figure you out and heal yourself for a little while. Like just do you, like be like, yo, I ain't gonna hook up with nobody for this amount of time. I just need to figure my shit out. That way I can, eventually be in a long-term relationship with somebody. Because like if you're just like catching feelings right away because you want somebody right away, you need to learn how to be alone, girl. You need to learn how to be alone. Because when you learn how to be alone, you're gonna take a lot less BS from other people. Like I remember, like before my last relationship, I was single for almost 3 years. So I got used to being by myself, like being alone, and which teaches you a lot of things, what BS you won't take. Like shit, I was better off single. So I think you just need to learn to be alone for a little while. Stop just messing around with a bunch of guys, because now you're just not like taking time to be able to feel that loneliness, be alone, watching on my lunch break time. Hey, what's up, Bianca? I appreciate you. Facts. Thank you. All right, next question. Whew. What's been the hardest part of dating a woman with kids? Co-parenting with toxic ex is hell. I'm wondering how you manage it and what is in your situation. Great pods. Love, Adi. You did good, sir. Congratulations. Thank you. I appreciate it. So anyone on here that is looking to date and their partner has kids, is you have to realize, I hope guys watch this too, you have to realize that their kids come first. Like, most importantly, you come right after them, or like maybe down the line, but their kids come first. So like if like, hey, I can't do this because the kids, I can't do that because of the kids, like knowing that and accepting that, like trust me, it's gonna be a lot better because sometimes on the phone, like she's in mom mode, and I'm okay with that. Instead of being like, yo, I called you, pay attention to me. No, like you have to understand that she's in mom mode, he's in dad mode, again depending on the guy. And you have to respect that, or if they can't see you, or if they can't like go and hang out with you because of the kids, or I have to find a babysitter, like X, Y, and Z. You have to be understanding of all that because, it's not that easy. And yeah, you're important, but not that important, not more important than their kids. And if you think for a second that they're gonna choose you over the kids, you're gonna get your ego hurt. You're gonna get your feelings hurt. They're gonna choose their kids over you any time of the day. So you just have to be aware of that. Now, exes. Exes are definitely something that I talk about with whoever I'm with because I need to know what the relationship is with like the baby daddy or the ex or whatever the case, because I'm not going to deal with them, meaning like obviously if it's their kids, you guys should be talking about kids only. Like how your day is going is not his fucking problem anymore. That's my problem. You know what I mean? Like I'm asking that question and I'm making sure she's having an amazing day. That's not something for you. Like if you're having a conversation with the mom, it's all about like the kids this, the kids that, the school trip this X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? Like anything regarding that, totally fine. There's no more though like family. Oh fuck, my fucking leg cramped. There's no more what's it called, family date nights. There's no family vacations. No, that's over the moment you guys separated, and you guys are not going to continue. And if you can't do that for me, then cool, do your thing, but we're obviously not meant for each other. So yeah, so like exes, I have to know what the relationship is like between you guys, and it has to be that for me. So just to wrap it all up, one, their kids come first. They're gonna choose their kids, and you have to accept that. And just know you have to ask them what time and shit to hang out and things like that. And then two, I have to figure out what the relationship is with the ex, baby daddy, whatever, because I'm not going to be dealing with that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we're going on a family date night, or like we're taking the kids out to dinner. Fuck no, you're not. You know what I mean? Like that's a date. It don't matter if you say for the kids. So but everybody is different. Everybody, like obviously different situations. And there is some crazy exes, don't get me wrong. Luckily I don't have to deal with the crazy ex. So but like I'm saying, those are out there, and you just need to learn how to like help her control this ex, right? Because sometimes some exes will be crazy and crazy and crazy until the guy is like, fuck this, I'm not doing this, I'm out. And then for them, they're like, mission accomplished. So, all right, next question. Whew, hold on, I'm a little partial. Is once a cheater always a cheater, or is someone capable of really changing? Now, I had a whole podcast episode with Ari not too long ago about cheating. Link is in the bio if you guys want to definitely go check out that podcast. Great podcast episode. You guys absolutely loved it. And so on there, I talked about, cheating sometimes could be, it's always wrong. It's never right. I'm not trying to justify the cheating. I'm not trying to it's okay. But sometimes situations happen. Like for example, like the reason I wasn't happy in my relationship at the time, and then a girl started messaging me, and then that made me feel good, right? And so I started responding to her messages and stuff like that. I ended up getting caught talking to her, like just through messages. Yes, that's cheating, but that was just because of my situation. Like I wasn't happy with my ex at the time. Like we were going through a bunch of issues, and then this girl comes along and messages me stuff and makes me feel a type of way. I'm like, damn, I like this feeling being wanted by somebody, and that's why I'm like, would I do that to somebody who was obviously like we're in great terms and things like that? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? But it just depends like on the situation, you know? So that's why, like I said, it's all like, it could be situational, but again, there are those guys who are out there who just next person, next person, next person, and girls too. So like, if you know their pattern, then, and if you believe that they can change or you can change them, that's on you. You know what I mean? Like, so if they end up cheating on you, like for example, see, I've been doing this for a minute, so I've seen a lot. I've heard a lot too. There's this guy that I know that started dating this girl. This girl had a pattern of always cheating on her man a lot. Like I think every guy she was with, she ended up cheating on. And so he got with her thinking that obviously he's going to change her. He's the one, like we're going to be a great relationship and things like that. And she ended up cheating on him. And sadly, my buddy, he was like an acquaintance, not so much a buddy. He ended up taking his own life because of that. You know what I mean? But to me, I'm like, you saw the pattern and you still got with her. Like, she was with him, cheated on him. She was with him, cheated on him. She was with him, cheated on him. She's with you. Hello. You know what I mean? Like, and it sucks that he got to that point because also he had a bunch of other issues going on. So obviously that just pushed him over the edge. But I use that example just to show you guys like there's a pattern there, and like you thinking that you're going to change somebody, that's on you, you know, and if they end up cheating on you, you can't be like, I can't believe what happened. No, clearly you saw the pattern and you paid no attention to it and you thought you were going to change this person. And then I also did a one-on-one a while back ago too, about a guy, and like he was trying to change the girl. You know, and when she ended up being unfaithful to him, like it made him feel a type of way. But I was just like, bro, like you clearly know that this is how this girl is, and you're still trying to like thinking that you're gonna change her. So I mean, everyone has their thing. So that's why, like I said, it's situational. And it totally depends on the person too, you know, and what they're going through. So people can change. Yeah, people can change, you know, and like if you know their pattern and you're going to take the risk to see if like they're going to change for you, that's on you. So like if they end up cheating on you, you can't get mad at nobody. All right, next question. Do you think a felon can become a good family man? Absolutely. Like just because, let's be honest, some of the shit that I did when I was younger, the only reason I don't have a felony is because I didn't get caught. You know, that's the only, and I feel like I'm a good person. You know what I mean? And a good family person. You know what I mean? Just because they end up doing some shade, like things that they weren't supposed to be doing, getting caught, doesn't mean that they're a bad person, like family wise. Yeah, sometimes people fuck up, but some guys are out here actually trying to change. And there's some people out here also that are just fucking up over and over and over and over. And then obviously like you can clearly tell like you're in and out, in and out, in and out. But there's also some people who like did some shit, maybe were younger when they did it, got caught up in the system, and then like doesn't make and they're just trying to be better afterwards. Again, like I did some shit earlier in my life that the only reason I didn't become a felon was because my ass didn't get caught. Like if I would have get caught, like I guarantee I would have had some felony. You know, I was doing some like not shady stuff. Like I was obviously like around the wrong people. For those that know that I've gotten shot at, I've gotten stabbed, I've gotten jumped several times. Again, around all the wrong people. And done some stuff too that obviously would have got me a felony. But that, like I said, we're young, like at the time, like, and sometimes you don't know any better. And some people actually get lucky, like myself, and didn't get caught. Some people obviously not as lucky and got caught. So that's why, like, just pay attention to his character, how he is as a person, how he is towards you. And if he's constantly in and out of the system, maybe that's your answer right there. Be like, okay, he's not really trying to take me serious. So I just cut off a guy I was with for 5 months for cheating with not much of an explanation. Yeah, see, like that 5 months was kind of soon too. But at the end of the day, you don't know people's intentions. That's why you have to be careful, keep your guard up, because and find out what they really want, because maybe they're just there to mess around and have a good time. Misdemeanors. I've gotten a couple misdemeanors, and like I said, I've gotten lucky, so super fucking lucky not to get felonies because I just didn't get caught. Do you think once a cheater, always a cheater? So we kind of answered that earlier. If you guys want to listen to the whole podcast episode Ariana and I did, link is in the bio. We explain about the times that, because at the time I said it wasn't cheating, but it was cheating. And then same with her. She said it wasn't cheating, but it was cheating. And it was just more emotional cheating. Again, we're not trying to justify it. We're not trying to be like, that was okay because of our situation. But in the podcast, you'll hear what led up to us doing that. Again, not okay, not right, but you grow up from there and you learn. So that's why I think that podcast is a great episode. But then there's also some people that you have to pay attention to their pattern. Like, are they always like are they known to be jumping from girl to girl, or guy to guy, and things like that. And you just have to pay attention to their pattern, because if you know that they're jumping from person to person, what makes you think that you're going to change them? Like, you're freaking Captain Save a Ho. Do you think are you still with her though? So my ex that I cheated on, no, that was over a long time ago. That was like when I was a lot younger. Right now with Ariana, like, we're in a great relationship, great position. That was that's why I said, like, some stuff is like when you're younger, like, and you're learning how to be with somebody. You're learning the things that you don't like. Like, that was towards the end of our relationship, like that one. Like, we were going through a bunch of issues, a bunch of like drama. We were constantly fighting. Like, it was very little highs, a bunch of lows. And so when somebody came along and made me feel high, like, of course that feels great. And that's what happens to a lot of people. Like, when you feel great about, like, somebody comes along and makes you feel great, is like, you like that feeling, and you kind of gravitate to that feeling. You're like, I really like this, One thing I was always told is that you never get to know someone fully, and that's 100. Absolutely. So it's not Ariana. Okay. No, that wasn't who I did. No, absolutely not. She would have left my ass if I would have done that to her. But no, this was a relationship I had a while back ago. And like, that's when you learn, like, obviously, like, I was young at the time too. Like, that was probably my first time going through that situation, meaning like in a relationship, not happy in it, and like you don't know how you're going to react to certain things until like things happen. And obviously, like, I reacted in a bad way, meaning like I actually started talking with somebody else, started that flirting, but that's where it starts. Like, it starts with a message. Then eventually, maybe like next step is like meeting up with that person, So that's why you just got to be careful with that, because, that luckily I got caught before anything could have happened, and but that relationship didn't end too much, or didn't go too much further than that, because after that, like, it was just downhill. It was just a bunch of downhill from there. And of course, like I said, somebody came along, made me feel high. And I like that feeling. And so obviously you kept messaging this person. Now looking back, I'm like, I don't even know why I was talking to that girl. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't her so much that I liked. It was just the feelings. And that's what I talk about, is like, so you got to be careful with the next person, because it could be that they're just you're falling in love with the feelings, or liking the feelings. Not so much the person. You're just liking the feelings. And that was me. That was my case, because she wasn't that great, to be honest. Like, not somebody I would pursue. You know what I mean? It was just, but at the moment, like I said, you just like the feelings. And so you go with that. So, dang, my ass is parched. But anyways, I still have some questions I need to go through. So I'm going to try to give you guys a bonus live, or I'm going to keep going live until I run out of questions, because I don't want people to think that, I asked the question and he never answered it. So I'm going to get to all of them. You guys asked a lot of questions, which is perfectly fine. We're going to get through them all. And this whole live was recorded, and I'm going to put it on YouTube. So if you missed any of the questions, you can definitely go back and listen to it. Or if you missed part one, maybe your question is in there too. So I upload them all to my YouTube. That way you guys can go back and watch them too. They're great watches. Obviously, like, you get to see all the questions and then just the answers. The only thing that sucks is you can't participate real time. But that's why, like, that's the benefit of coming to the actual live, and you're being able to participate and just talk about some of these things and get real time feedback, or even have conversations. Put your 2 cents in the chat. That's why I love doing it. Like, you guys put your 2 cents. Everybody talks about, like, their issues, what's wrong. No, hell no, I wouldn't do this. It's great. Like, I love it. That's why I like doing the lives. But if you did miss your question, it's going to be up on my YouTube hopefully soon. I just got to go through and edit it real quick, and then I'll upload it. The last one is live too. And then next week I'm going to go live and answer more questions. So definitely stay tuned for that. If you haven't listened to today or this week's podcast, link is in the bio. Definitely go check that out. It's about, like, the 10 ways that somebody is being shady towards you. Because sometimes, your friends or family can be shady. And then also, if the partner you're with is being shady with other people, what makes you think they're not going to be shady with you? Okay, so it's definitely a good podcast to listen to. Link is in the bio. Thank you guys for all the feedback on that one. And I'm going to jump off. I got a bunch of stuff I needed to edit, so I want to thank you guys for joining. And I'll try to do a bonus live this weekend. But we're going to be definitely doing more question lives. So anyways, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys later.